Hello, everybody. I will sit here and I will get some color going good for you while we're waiting to start a little bit. Let's see. That's a little bit better. It's a little bit orangey. I had to change out my light bulb a while back, so the color's weird. I am looking up some raven pictures right now. And I'm doing the screenshots as we speak. So, and all I'm doing is taking some screenshots of different ravens, just so I can get some characteristics to go by. And me being me, I'm going to make it a little bit colorful. And of course, I will be using turquoise. I'm trying to decide if I want to do full body or just the head. I'm thinking I'll do that is a beautiful picture. But so that is what I'm working on today. I have had so much fun with the mixed media stuff. I'm thinking I might do a weekly thing, just mixed media where I inspired by, because there's so many different artists out there that I just adore. And even when I try to do things like certain people, I don't get it exactly right. But I like taking little bits and pieces of other people's work and kind of merging it in with my own. The Artist Seller blog sorry, I'm tapping at the same time, for the piece I did on Wednesday is up now. I think I'm going to do a full body. And my phone is almost dead, so I got to leave it plugged in. How am I going to do that? I'll just leave it right there. All right. So I'm going to start things as I usually do. I'm just grabbing a stencil. I have this one sitting here, so that's what I'm going to use. This is an Artist Seller stencil, part of the Labyrinth series. So that's what I'm working with. Excuse me. I have my number 10 round brush, which I adore. Okay, these lips are not going to be working for me. So my book is getting rather full, and I'm thinking I need to set it on something heavy, with something heavy on top of it, just to get it to flatten out a little bit. So I'm going to do the full head and body. So I am going to go in with my turquoise as usual, because I love turquoise. Or teal. Teal is, I think we discovered yesterday that teal is basically turquoise, but it's darker. So I guess I love teal and turquoise. All right, so I'm just going to get my basic shape down. Oops. And again, the thing that I love about using the stencil is I can get my shape, but it doesn't like dominate the whole page because of the spaces in between. Now I gotta move this down. All right, so I have that. Oops. Text message. Sorry, guys. And look at it. It looks like I have my... I was hoping to get his feet in there, but it looks like I'm not gonna. Let me check that text message. Oh, come on now. Okay, that was nothing. It was no biggie. All right. So I'm going to keep on with this. And I'm so used to having my reference photo up by my computer. I put it right next to my screen so it makes me look up and then I notice when people are commenting or something. And I think I did pretty good on the shape right off the bat. I might have overdone it with his beak. But, ooh, Paper towels. Oh, I can't find them because they were right in front of me. And yesterday I was using this with some ink, acrylic inks. So they're a little bit stiff. And today might be kind of hard with this book getting so full. But I love it. All right. I'm going to go right in with the purple. I'm thinking I'm going to do purples and blues, which you see a lot of. A lot of people do watercolor ravens with the purples and blues, but they just suit so well. I think I'm just going to follow the established color profile. I love sounding smart. Let's see. Again, I'm just going in with the purple and finding all my dark spots. I think I might add some red just to be naughty. Not really naughty, but my thing is figuring out how to get all the beautiful texture of the feathers. I'm thinking I'll probably just end up using the white a lot for that. And I'm debating on actually bringing in black. I can't remember who suggested the raven yesterday, but thank you. I appreciate it. I gotta kind of get some separation there because his neck does go. There we go. Dagnabbit. I went in and I brushed my teeth and everything because for my lunch brunch, whatever you want to call it, I always eat my breakfast around brunch time, so it's my lunch brunch. I had rice and I brushed my teeth, but dagnabbit. There's something about rice and popcorn. No matter how much I try, I can never get them all out of my teeth. All right. I do want to, oops. This makes it harder having to hold this book down. It is kind of my own fault because if I would go front to back or back to front, like most people, I would be able to set it on one side or the other. There we go. That's usually the hardest part for me is figuring out where the split in the beak is. I think I got it okay. And then this, their noses come, or their beaks come all the way back. Almost under the eye. And then up, there we go. There we go, fella. We found it. No, I'm going to add some of that red in there now that I was talking about. Just for a little bit of fun. Let's just add some fun and whimsy into our piece. I'm not worrying too much about where his eye is because their eyes are pretty dark. I'm going to go in. I'll probably scrub out the eye a little bit. See, but now I'm looking at this red. And every time I see red in a bird, I always think of a macaw, you know? Oh, feller. Got some puddles of color. Come on now, baby. Let's dry a little bit of it up because I want to blot it, but not too much. We're going to blot this puddle up right there. Woohoo! Ooh, that worked out how I kind of wanted it. And if it didn't, I'd lie and say it did. Hey, Sherry, how are you? You know what? Maybe I won't follow the traditional. I'm going to throw some yellow in there just because I wanna, and I do what I want because I'm a rebel like that. Excuse me. All right, where is his eye? So this comes in like that, and his eye is right about like that. There we go. Ooh, that orangey yellow is like fabulous. It makes me smile. We are really going outside the norm on this one because usually everybody associates the ravens with the dismal and the dark. What other kind of little bits of love can we put in there? I'm wishing I would have. Again, my only dislike of doing these live streams where I don't practice anything first is like if it was for a piece for me or a commission or whatever, I would kind of sketch out the exact locations of everything. When I do these live streams, I'm just going cold. I don't even do anything. Ooh, the fun of unpacking, where you find things you forgot you had. I'm going to use this dark midnight blue for some of these darker areas. There we go. I'm going to go in a little bit in here. I'm actually mixing two blues. I do that a lot. I've gotten so accustomed to this koi set and the way they're set up. I'm thinking even if I got in the other set, I would set them up similarly. Set them up quite similar. I don't know. You know what I mean, right? I hope so. All right. And I think I may have made his beak just a tad short. Because this should actually be more square, huh? Oh, look at that mixing with those other colors. That's pretty. I like it a lot, baby. So, Sherry, did you move from a smaller house to a larger house, or a larger house to a smaller house, or keep it about the same? Let's see here. We got a bit of a curve going on right there. I don't know why I just dabbed in the water. As soon as I did it, I regretted it. I think this blue is turned into my black. Quite by accident, too. And I'm actually trying, usually I don't like the brushy brush strokes, but I'm actually trying to keep them in there because it kind of adds like some nice feathers in there, you know? You know what I'm saying, yo? I started out using 2 photos, but now I've gone into 1. of this raven, and it's just him standing on a rock is the picture I'm using. You may be able to find it. The photo actually goes down into his feet too. And it looks like it might be associated with a blog about dreams and what ravens are associated with. All right, let's see if I can flatten that out a little bit. Just a little bit. So tonight I'm debating. My husband has a gig. I like saying gig. It makes me feel all important. He has a gig downtown Phoenix. I'm debating going because when he goes, we don't usually go anywhere after because he doesn't like to keep his instrument, his drums and stuff like that unaccompanied, you know, which totally makes sense. So usually has the gig, I sit there and I watch, and then it's over. Sometimes I get bored. It wouldn't be so bad, but most of my friends out here live on the other side of the valley, so it's a good hour or so drive from their homes to mine. So it makes it quite a pita. I'm just adding some water here so I can kind of do a color lift. It'll kind of keep the texture in it, but it'll lift it up. Like, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Oh my goodness. No, there's a lot to be said though, Sherry, for going through your belongings and paring things down. Like when we moved here to Arizona, we actually moved to a larger house. Um, but I had so much of my supplies just in boxes and stuff that I didn't even see a lot of them. So once I was able to actually get them out where they were accessible and stuff, I actually threw out quite a few supplies because I didn't use them, you know? So that makes it really nice. It kind of makes you decide exactly what you're going to use. I still have some work cut out for me as far as stuff to be thrown out. But I'll get to it. I'm not going to worry about it. We're looking to move anyway. Just a couple more steps left. So we probably will go maybe about the same size, maybe smaller. But I wouldn't actually mind having, if I got a regular like bedroom, you know, if I was in a bedroom in our house now, it wouldn't be so bad because this room is not well insulated and it gets so hot. And that's part of the problem I have with the summer here and with my video camera because it gets so warm my computer can't handle it. So, oh my gosh, I am loving him already. It has only been 18 minutes and I love him already. His beak is a little bit short. So I am going to work that. So I got to move this in a different direction so that I can work back the color. Okay, so, and this should be straight. So I'm going to push this in this. See, this is a sign of good paper that I can do this. I have noticed that I seem to have more people coming to visit me when I do mixed media and not so much the watercolor. But I like the watercolor. I think it's fun. Somebody suggested that I keep doing the watercolor, but with a time lapse might be it's more fun to watch in a time lapse. So I may consider that. And I'm thinking within the next week or so, because it is so warm, I may be moving my time to an earlier slot. So pay attention or keep an eye out if you're subscribed for the start times. All right, I gotta move stuff back. There we go. All right. I'm just gonna do that. And I should have dried this first. Hold on a second. Oops. All right. So I'm going to take this dark in again. Well, and then another thing, it gets so warm in here, my arms stick to my table, to my craft mat. It's kind of another pita. All right. So there we have that. There it is. It's kind of a shadow down on there. And then this comes in like this. It goes like that right over where I had the eye previously. And then comes out. You forget how big their beaks are. It's crazy. And their heads really don't go that far up from their beak. Put some more of that purple. Oh shoot, I did not mean to travel my purple into my, or my blue into my purple. And that there, and this there. Okay, I think we got her. We got her good. And then the eye comes in right about, yes, right about there. Oops. Shana. He is not a surprised raven. There we go. All right. I think I got the spacing all done. All right, I'm going to grab some more of the red just because I think it adds a little verb. A little pizzazz, a little verb. I'm kind of using this color too as a dark. I'm using so many colors as my dark colors in this one. It's really quite amazing. There we go. And doing that, that actually brings, gotta move this too. That actually brings this in as well. There we go. If that's off, I can always move it a little bit more. There. Excuse me. My goodness. Trying to kind of blend out this purple because the purple is taken over a little bit more than I wanted it to. But I got to bring it in so it's cohesive. Another big word. I like them. I like cohesive. And this will be shadowed down here. Kinda. Bring this up, kind of highlight that wing. And then this, I gotta do something here because some of the neck comes out over the wing area, but then fades out or in. So I need to kind of work it, you know, baby. I don't know why I say baby, because I hate baby. I don't want to really mix the green and the yellow and the purple too much because I'll end up with a brown. I'm really trying to layer it more and just use it for some funky fresh highlights. You know, because it's all about the funky fresh. And I really am trying to get rid of a lot of white space. I don't know why, I just feel since I'm not using black, I mean, I may go in with a little bit, but since I'm not using much black, I want to get rid of the white, you know? Does that make sense? It might not, but that's what I'm feeling, so that's what I'm sharing with you. All right, so now I'm just going to roll this out. And honestly, I was hoping it would pick up more of that orange, but I waited too long. So what can I do here? I'm going to add more red just because. I do need more purple down here, and I want some more blue because this is a shadowed area, a shaded area. And even in the picture I'm looking at, the light from the sun is just making these feathers right there go highlight almost white. So I really want to show the contrast there a little bit. And I will have a commission coming if it goes through. Somebody had seen some of my animal stuff that I've been doing and requested a moose with a specific mountain in the background. So I'm waiting on his picture because he actually witnessed this moose with this mountain in the background. So it's going to get me some pictures, and then I'm thinking I'll be doing that on a live stream. I will practice that one first, so you'll probably see a live stream with a moose coming up pretty soon. And then I'll go in and do the commission piece as well. I kind of like this, but there's some highlight on the wing right here. I want to add some of that yellow orange in. Ooh, how did I miss that? And there's also on his head, cheese and biscuits, Shana. All right, I might have to rub some of that off. Try not to touch where I have anything wet. There it is. All right, let me dry that out. And this time I didn't dry the whole thing complete, just where I want this to be, basically. There. All right, now I'm going to dry it. I'm going to pull my white pen into the mix here. Oh, I forgot to do his pupil. Mixing a little bit of brown and a little bit of black. See, now I want to add more black in. Shana, quit changing your mind. Well, maybe I should add the black in after I add in my whites. Or maybe I should just outline the eye a little bit and see where that takes me. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. Shana, stop it. You're going to regret it. All right. So now I'm just going to go in and hit some highlights up here. There are some neat highlights from the feathers and stuff. It's amazing. They like reflect white, or they shine white. All right, we gotta clean a little bit. All right. I feel like being scribbly today, so that's what I'm gonna do. Don't hold it against me. Let's see, this. And the tip of my pen is kind of like, you know how if you don't clean off the tip after you use the gel pens, they kind of get these blobs of white on, or blobs of whatever gel pen is on it. I purposely don't clean mine off very good because I like the random lines that I get from it. That may not be your cup of tea, but that's the way I kind of like it. It's forced randomness. So this comes down, and we got some feathers just around the neck that are popping out. Let's see. What do you think? Is he looking like a raven? I think he is. And some of these lines that I'm putting in here are not part of the picture at all. I just want them there. All right, let me take a look at my... I kind of like him, though this line right there is slightly off. I need some more dark in there. I'm actually going to mix some black with my purple just to really darken it up. It'll almost be like a dark plum color. Because I need this line so he doesn't look so kitty wampus, you know. Because it shows how this comes in. There we go. That's it right there. Okay. I can go back in with the white again. Actually, I'm going to go in, I'm going to use this as my shadow color and just go in a little bit underneath some of these highlights that I have in the white. And just kind of make it a shadow color, just like here and there. Just because I want to. Oh, I like that. Ooh, honey. All right. Seeing just a little bit around here that I got to darken up because it doesn't match the highlights that I got going from the photo. It's a little bit too big there. That is much better. I'm seeing it. Okay. Holy Hannah, how long is this taking? Because I think I'm done. 40 minutes. I just need to find, what kind of a background would a raven have? I just want to do a stencily background. No, because they're smart. Do I have, I want to find my, hold on, because they're so smart. I was thinking steampunk. Steampunk background. Let me grab it. Ugh. Where has my steampunk gone? There we go. There we go. This is my favorite of the steampunk set. Let me make sure this is dry so I don't spread any color. I might go back in with a little bit of black pen. I'm thinking. Let's see, what color do I want the background? I'm thinking, you know what, I'm going to do a wash of my yellows and oranges. And mix up some really wet color and just go around the whole thing. It's kind of like a brownish yellow, I guess. Then I'm going to go over that with my stencil. All right. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Pencil sharpener. Pencil sharpener. Where are you? All right. Ugh. I'm sure there's a pencil sharpener in here somewhere. This is where it belongs after all. There it is. I'm just going to go in with my colored pencil and just do just a little bit of black to bring out like his eyes and some of the other features. There it is. I mean, nothing huge. Just around the edges of some of the highlights. Hi, is your muse? I love using color. Like when I was younger, I used to paint like this and, you know, color like this. So even in coloring books. And I actually had one auntie said, if you're not going to color them right, you can't color at all. So I wasn't allowed to color in the coloring books at her house. So like that turned me off as far as loving to create this way and paint this way. So I kind of stopped painting and stuff and like coloring and everything like this because, you know, I was told if I'm not going to do it right, I shouldn't do it at all. And then I see, you know, when the internet and stuff, like a lot of people started getting into the internet, started coming out, and I see all this beautiful art of people painting like I was told I shouldn't. And, you know, it's just, I lost so many years creating the way that I loved because I was told if I wasn't going to do it right, I shouldn't do it at all. Yeah, so there. And now I'm going to have a whole series of animals, animal prints, all in wonky colors that I love oh so much because I can. And it's weird because that same auntie, now she says, oh, I love this. I see how everybody's doing this now. And I love how you're painting. And she won't watch this, so I don't worry that she'll recognize that it's about her. So, but it's pretty sad. Those words kept me from painting how I wanted to and coloring how I wanted to for many, 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 many years. Now I've just decided I'm like, because I'm blabbering, I'm kind of making some feather shapes with this colored pencil. It just started evolving, started happening, and so I just let it. Sometimes you just got to do that. And I haven't looked at my photo in enough time that my photo is timed out, so that's kind of a good sign. Well, my mom is an artist too, but she did a lot of realistic art, and even her fantasy art and stuff like that was like it was just that, so she could make up what colors it could be and stuff. But yeah. There it is. Well, I am liking him. All right, I need a little bit more white right here. This is just me talking. I'm not looking at the picture anymore. Just kind of going with it. All right. I'm going to add in the stencil, I think. I'm liking his eye. I almost want to make it pop a little bit more. Now I got to reference my photo because I don't know what color their eyes are. They're just a dark brown, aren't they? Hmm. Oh yeah, the whole childhood thing. Like, there's so many people when I was growing up, um, who said I was a weird kid and they didn't like me. You know? I mean, I actually overheard some people talking once. I was outside talking about me, saying they didn't like me. And now I'm like, and it was because I was weird. But you know what? Whatever. Because I would sit quietly and just listen to everybody. All right, so I'm going to bring this way. And I know the yellow and the purple might make a brown, but that's okay. I don't mind. And I went a little bit too wet there, dag nabbit, but that's all right. I'm not going to cry over it. No sense crying over spilt watercolors. Oops, I did not mean to move that. It's because this book is popping up on me. But again, that's my own fault. I like, the reason why I like this steampunk stencil is I had another steampunk stencil, and it was a same size as this one. I actually got rid of it because sometimes you have a whole page where you want all the steampunk stuff to line up, and that one the edges didn't line up. This one, after I do some blotting, I know it's not perfect. That's all right. We don't care. I went way wet with that. You can take it. So I have it this way. I can take it just like this, or is it? Yeah, just like this, and it lines back up. How awesome is that? All right. That might be too busy. Let me take a look at this from the other way and see what we got. I think I'm going to rub some of this away, just because even though I usually don't bother with bleeds, this one is a little bit much. It's just a little bit much. Find that a little bit, just a little bit. I want to know why some of my teeth didn't show up. You know what? I'm just gonna throw caution in the wind and just do what I want. Oops. Yeah, it's all right. It looks kind of jumbly though, doesn't it? I'm thinking I should have gone turquoise in the background, but no what? It's all right. Let's dry it. Oops. Let's blot it. All right, here comes the dryer. I really want this to stand out, so I'm going to do something I haven't done before. Oh, there it is. I am going to actually use my gel pen to outline these colors. I'm thinking that it will work. And if it doesn't, oh well. So sorry you had to sit through me doing this. I know, not very exciting. Actually, the way I talk, it's not very exciting anyway. I don't know what I'm thinking. Oh, cheese and biscuits. Shana, stop moving. There we go. Do I like it? It's something. I don't know. Now I at least got to make it work. So, oops. It looks like I shifted quite a bit. I'm just going to add over on this side too, just to make it cohesive, you know. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but at least this way you can see. I mean, I could have gone black with it, but I was afraid if I did that it would be too much, because I want the background to kind of fade into the background. So and my pen is dying. Oh, woe is me. All right, we got a little something there. I'm not going to worry about it too much. This is something that when I go in and I scan, because I will scan this, I really like this. I can Photoshop that or edit the photo. I try not to edit my actual image, but sometimes I will play with the backgrounds a little bit. So just so you know, if you ever buy one of my prints, something like this, you can, I may edit it. So I'm just going to sign this. You should try to make some Azuri. The only reason why I have so many stencils is, one, I had some handed down to me, and then two, I'm a design team member for Artiseller, so I get sent stencils all the time. And I'm going to be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of stencils before, but now I use them all the time. And with Artiseller, you can sell your creative work with the use of their stencils. So that makes it very nice. Mm. But I think I'm done. Look at this, exactly an hour. Well, actually, 59 minutes, 18 seconds, and I'm done. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I really like this guy right here. I think he turned out pretty cute. I've never tried to do one of these guys before. I don't know why. And look at, I'm still working on him. These feathers are just coming out. He's a handsome fella. All right, so I am going to call it a close. I might start up here in a minute. I might do, if yesterday I was working on this guy right here, and I stopped working on it because I don't know if my stuff got too hot or what, but my camera started flipping out. So I think I might come back and work on this a little bit and see what happens. Okay. So, I don't know. I like him. Oh, is there, know what I do? A bunch of my colored pencils I actually got at Goodwill. So I check the second hand shops all the time. All right. So I will see you in a little bit here. I'm going to give myself like 10 minutes, let things cool off, and then I'm going to come back with that wolf again. All right. Big hugs, mushy stuff. Bye. Let me find the mute. Mute. Bye.